Hi Leo, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your September 2022 Equinox reading for you. Now, if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, this is the fall equinox. If you're in the Southern Hemisphere, this is the spring equinox. I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. So Leo, let's see the energy we are to be mindful of during this time. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. We have the Queen of Cups. Okay, so this can be a warning of water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, but this is also very much telling us that our emotions are running really high and we're going to act out more emotionally, more instinctually to certain situations than we should be. We should be kind of stepping back a little bit, thinking things through, and not reacting so emotionally. So just be very mindful of this. This can also mean that people are going to try to emotionally manipulate us at times, kind of, steer us in one direction or another, guilt tripping us, making us feel like we're not fulfilling some obligation, some emotional obligation. So just be aware of this. So let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Now, the fall equinox symbolizes the harvest time. It symbolizes a time of year that we acknowledge growth and expansion. Now, the spring equinox, if we're in the southern hemisphere, this symbolizes a release and a renewal, and it's letting us start something new, something more. So we're going to see here on both sides of the coin, whether we're in the northern or the southern hemisphere, this is a time of growth. This is a time of stepping into more. And whether we're going into it, kind of in hibernation or kind of in meditation, as in the fall equinox, or in action, as in the spring equinox, it doesn't really matter. It matters how we are embracing this time within our hearts for ourselves. So we start off by being crowned with the Ace of Pentacles. That's a gift from God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe. We then have the Five of Wands, the Seven of Cups, and the Page of Pentacles. So we're definitely taking this gift of prosperity, and it is a gift for us to open up the door to see us move forward in newer, brighter ways. Now, there are choices that we're going to be making. We also have to understand that there's a sense, there's too much on our plates, so we have to acknowledge that. There is a sense of people very much arguing, nitpicking, kind of sniping at one another. So again, be aware of that. There is a sense also of, if I can only clone myself, if I could only make myself more, I would be able to get more done. I'd be able to push forward. I'd be able to achieve what needs to be achieved. With the Seven of Cups, there is a dreamlike quality to things, or there's something that we're dreaming of that's coming forward. There's something here where it's like, is this becoming clear? And there's a sense of, yes, it is, but it's still, a little bit out there, pushed out there, not as clear as we would want it to be. We're making choices, and it's bringing forward what we greatly desire. There is something coming forward with prosperity, with wealth, with abundance, that is going to have us changing the game, that's going to be leading us forward in a way that we hadn't anticipated. There is a sense here of wisdom guiding us and opening up the door in a way, again, that we hadn't known. There can be an earth sign energy coming into our lives or in our lives. Again, this is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, all right, that is teaching us new things about how we see prosperity, how we, acknowledge our success. And it's opening up doors for us in a sense of, oh, okay, this is successful, because we could have success be like very finite. It has to be this it's a very stiff definition, and I just see that definition as opening up and us starting to see ourselves as successful and prosperous in ways that we would have just poo-pooed before. Now, the Ace of Pentacles is a gift being handed to us, and we're definitely taking that gift. But what we really need to be aware of at this time is the sense of chaos, is the sense of, okay, I have a lot on my plate. I have a lot of different directions pulling me in towards different areas of what I need to concentrate on, of where I'm needed. We are also going to have people more than ready at this time to snipe at us, to cause mayhem, to be just a bit more agitated, a bit more angry, a bit more frustrated than they had been before. So just be very aware of that there's just this energy here of it's never going to be good enough. And we can feel that about ourselves. Other people can feel that, in certain situations where it's just like, okay, no matter how much time we put in, no matter how much we do, it's not quite going to be enough. So we have to be mindful of not being so hard on ourselves, not being so, cruel to ourselves during this time. This harvest is telling us to kind of slow down. All right. So even this harvest, this renewal, wherever we are in the world, it's telling us to slow down and to focus on stepping into our power. We're fractioning ourselves too much, and that has us having a hard time of seeing what we dream, seeing what we desire, seeing what we want, seeing how we're moving forward. If we're pulled in 18 million different directions, we're going to miss kind of the plot of the whole story. And that's going to be something that's very frustrating. When you're watching something and you can kind of hear it, or you're kind of following along, and you got some little bit of information wrong, but it winds up being a big part for the plot of the story, the plot of the movie. That's what it's like here. It's kind of like you're pulled in so many different directions that at times you can miss something very little, but it's important to the bigger plot, to the bigger story moving us forward. So we just have to be aware of that. We just have to be aware of calming ourselves, centering ourselves, focusing on what we love, focusing on what we want, focusing on what we need, and really opening that door to where we need to be for us. There are choices that are going to be made, yes, but there are also dreams that are coming forward, hopes and wishes and desires that are opening to us in ways that they just hadn't before. And it really leads us to this place where during this equinox, during this time of stepping into our powers, of, understanding what we want, of, striving for more and harvesting what we have sown, we are going to see that we are students of our prosperity. We're almost students of the seeds that we have planted. And as we're learning, as we're growing, as we're stepping into power, insight, ideas, understanding, as we're saying, this is where I need to be, this is what I want to be, this is what I'm looking for me, there's a greater sense of self coming forward. We are also looking at things much more pragmatically, but we're also going to be looking at things like a student or like a person who's learning, who doesn't realize, like, okay, the rules kind of cage you in this way, the rules say this, the rules say that. We're pushing the envelope during this time. And it's not in a kind of it's not in an overly money-centric way. Okay, Spirit is saying we're pushing the envelope to say, where do I feel prosperous? How do I open up the door? What is it that I need from my life? Because we're not making money our only gain and our only goal. We're really sitting there and saying, what am I planting? And how am I moving forward in who I need to be, in where I need to be for me, in what I need for me? And it brings us to the Ace of Pentacles that crowns this whole entire reading. And this is God, Source, Spirit, again, however you see the divine, the universe, handing us a gift of prosperity, of success. The roots are here. The prosperity is planted. The bounty is coming forward. We're going to see it take root. We're going to see it's sprouting. But what we're really needing to understand is that right now it's about the root system. Right now, it's about the stability that moves things forward. It's about, digging deeper into things. And we're going to see what sprouts from that as being quite extraordinary. But it is going to take more time than maybe even we're comfortable with right now. We can really want things to speed up. So be calm and be patient, which I know is not something we probably want to hear right now as we're, entering into this equinox, as we're having this time of things coming into balance and us seeing ourselves more openly and more honestly than before, kind of coming into balance with what we're striving for and what we want from our lives. And so as we step forward in this balance, we're also going to step forward in an understanding of what we're planting, of what we're desiring, a little bit more focused in where we need to be for us. And it moves us to our subconscious energy to be mindful of. And that's the Prince of Swords. This is a sense of, again, there's going to be, subconsciously, we need to be mindful of really just shooting things forward, of saying, I'm going after it, this is what I want, this is what I need, this is where I'm headed, this is what I'm going after, and nothing and no one can stop me. And that's going to be a great thing, but we need to think things through. Because as much as the Knight of Swords can be the white knight, the fairy tale knight in the stories, it can also be the one who doesn't think things through and winds up getting into more trouble because of this. And we can have this happen because of us, or because of, kind of advice that we're following or information that we're going after where it just wasn't thought through and we didn't take the time to see it. So just know that there's a rashness here that we need to be mindful of. And it brings us then to our subconscious tarot message, which is the Knight of Cups. It's moving forward with our hearts. It's guarding what we love. It's looking at what we desire. It's opening up where we really long to be where we really long to be in our lives. And it's opening up our hearts, our souls, and ourselves. And it's saying, this is what I love. This is what I want. The Knight of Cups is saying to us, what do you value? What is it that you love, Leo? And how can that love be a part of your everyday life? And how is it leading you forward? And what is it leaving you with? On this time of balance, on this time of insight, what is the beauty? What is the joy that's coming forward? And what is your heart longing for? All right, Leo, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I'm sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy, as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this equinox and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Leo, and may blessings and prosperity always be with you.